Hey girls, Maria Menounos here, author of the Every Girl's Guide to Life. Want to know my best tips and secrets for organization, travel, weight loss, beauty, fashion, and everything else in between? Go to bing.com/Maria and pick up my new book, The Every Girl's Guide to Life.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the real world. Tonight's host is DJ Jesse Janedy. Joining Jesse will be AfterBuzz co-hosts Ian Kaiser Soze and Emily Harbert. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest real-world news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, DJ Jesse Janedy.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzzers? It's your boy DJ Jesse Janedy here at the AfterBuzz Studios for the Real World Season 25, Episode 11, Addicted to Love episode. And
I got some
First
beef.
of all, wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute, because Ian Kaiser Sosa is not here tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
Who plucked
been-
that fool?
He's been replaced with one of my faves, Christina Beaty from the RuPaul's Drag Race Season 3.
You're one of my faves.
Oh, thanks. She's joined us for the Real World before. You've been
And
MIA.
Jesse, what about me? Have I replaced him too?
Mari, I just wait until I
Hey,
hear your
Mari.
voice before I get excited. Because sometimes I get excited for you and Alex, and I never hear. I'm like, Mari's on the, and you're not there. So,
Oh, well, guess what? I'm here too. How about
oh, my two favorite phone calls ever,
that?
Mari.
Tonight's just the night.
You said tonight was the night?
Tonight's the night.
It
We're
is.
all here.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah.
It's femme fatale power up in this bitch.
You know it.
Oh, yeah.
So, before we get started, few announcements to make. Number 1, Maria Menounos, Every Girl's Guide to Life. If you haven't purchased it,
Get yours.
Get your ass out there and buy it. Also, if you have purchased it, make sure you check out Self Magazine for this month. Maria's on the cover looking fierce and
Ooh,
fabulous.
yeah, she is. Go,
In
darling.
a summery little dress, and she's giving even more tips.
Yellow dress.
Like, just when you thought a book was enough, no, she released a
Oh
magazine.
no, there's more.
This,
There's more.
give me more.
Hang
Of
on to your
course.
bonnets.
So check out Maria, Every Girl's Guide to Life, Self Magazine, in stores now. Also, some kind of positive, negative news. AfterBuzz TV, our website, is currently under maintenance right now. We apologize, but we also thank you because you guys are downloading us so much, and we're getting so much feedback that you guys have overloaded our site. So thank you. Keep telling everybody, all your friends, your family. That's what we're here for. We are here to educate you on television. That's what we're a part of. Also, guys, I'm so excited because next week.
Well, hold on. Let's.
Oh, Dick in the soup. Go ahead.
Dick in the soup.
The theme of tonight's Real World. So go ahead, Phil.
Well, I just want to say, for those of you listening to this podcast right now, you can only get it on Ustream.tv for a little while. Our iTunes site and Stitcher feeds are down as well. But fear not, we're working on it. And it's not a matter of, like, we were stupid or whatever. Our
No.
servers,
We thank you.
you know, here's the thing. The company we went with, a very respectable company. No one anticipated the amount of downloads we could have ever had. And we knew we would have a lot. We, anticipated as best we could. We're wrong.
Everybody
And
just wants a little piece of AfterBuzz.
they do. And so we, there's many options to handle it. We are handling it, and we're going to be back up as soon as possible.
Yay.
Yes. Well, next week we will not actually be doing the Real World Tuesday night like we Wednesday night like we normally do, because we have a special presentation. AfterBuzz TV will be streaming live all day Thursday and Friday from the 2011 MTV Movie Awards Gift Suite. So we'll be doing our Real World finale show from the Gift Suite with Maria Menounos. And Phil, do we know what time we're going to be doing the Real World?
2 something, I think,
roughly?
right?
Yeah, it's I want to say 2:30 or 2:40.
So
Tune in 2:10.
Yeah.
All right.
Tune in 2:10, 5:10 if you're over on the East Coast, because that's going to be a very special day. We also have Brent Pinvidich, who is a producer, and he's also worked on The Real World, correct?
No.
No.
You're getting it mixed up. He's a huge reality show producer. He sold 35 reality shows in the last year alone.
Wow.
He's sold The Biggest Loser, among others. But he hopefully will bring the first ever, I'm saying this all wrong, a producer from the first season of The Real World. That's some history right there.
And I'm going to be there,
That is
most
epic.
importantly.
And Emily.
Of
Emily
course.
will be joining us as well, so we're super excited about this. Next Thursday, we'll be doing the Real World live. Also, I was very excited because I really felt like we were going to get Leroy on the line tonight, but I actually found out that he's filming the Shit They Didn't Show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool because we'll have another episode to be able to talk about with you guys. But yes, let's jump into but Leroy will be calling into the show for either the finale or the reunion show. So let's get into the episode.
Let's do it.
It's very serious.
It was kind of serious.
It was serious. I wasn't crazy about it.
I wasn't crazy about it either. Like, I kind of watched this show. I don't watch this show to be, like, to have an emotional roller coaster. I watch this show to, like, laugh, kind of make fun of people, like...
Get a little drama out of it.
Yeah, get a little hardcore fun drama.
I feel
Yeah, this show is Vegas. It's like we should be seeing partying and people getting drunk. It reminded me of, like, this episode, what's that, like, NBC show where they go looking for their, like, family trees and you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I swear that's what it reminded me of. It was, like, way too much, like, family and parents and everything, and it was nice and a bit
it was like
soup, but it just wasn't fun enough for me.
It was like, I don't want to, like, shit on it because, like, it was emotional and it was sweet and it, like, they learned their lessons
But
and
that's
stuff
why
like
I'm
that.
gonna shit on it.
But
because
it's like, here's the thing, you can't be, like, mad that they learned their lessons and stuff like that. And it is nice, but it's like, at the same time, it's not what I need to see on The Real World.
My issue is this, as far as with The Real World. I think this season was a great season, but I kind of feel like they went with this. The theme of this season was themes.
Yeah.
Every episode had this theme, and it was just like tonight's theme was family and past drama, and I don't know. They brought Adam in, and I think they thought Adam was gonna be like the drunken drama of and keep us like
kind of was, but it wasn't like enough of him.
It was too serious. It got way too serious. All right, so let's start it. At the beginning, Nany is on the phone with Adam. And she's so excited because Adam's coming into town. And our boy Leroy feels a little awkward because the last time he saw him, they got into a big argument.
Mm-hmm. He was very there for her this episode.
Yeah, Leroy was...
She definitely confided in Leroy.
And, like...
On her liquid courage tip.
Yeah, I liked that he said, like, I'm worried that she's getting her hopes up about meeting her father and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he also said, girl, focus on your family. You don't need to be thinking about dudes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, think about yourself.
Mind you, Leroy.
The voice of reason.
The voice of reason. And at the same time, Nany's balancing out this Adam situation. She has this investigator give her a call with some info on her father, which we'll get into that. But let's just talk about Adam and Nany right now.
Yes.
So Adam comes into town. He's staying across the street. They go out. Nany's excited. She hooks up with him, and she got her little Dee and
she got what she came for.
She did. She
and
got
then they
what she
go out
came
and get
for.
drunk.
And Adam gets wasted, which...
Here's the crazy thing.
Again.
She acted like she didn't expect it. How did she not expect that?
I feel like she thinks that she can change anybody.
Yeah.
And then when she doesn't get her
But
results,
you know what?
she's just so
I'm so glad that this episode, I don't know what happened, but she finally saw the light and realized she couldn't change him and that he was no longer worth her time or her effort. And I was texting Jesse during the episode, and I was like, finally, she came to her senses. I just thought she was so pathetic and so desperate.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because it's
She
a
liked
failed
him so
battle
much.
from the get.
Well, I'm glad that... I'll say this about this episode. I'm glad that this situation happened because in so many situations, like, all right, we watch The Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
And we see Sammy and we see
Oh,
Ronnie
girl.
doing this back and forth
Vote them
business.
out.
Right. And they're still going back and forth. She never learns her lesson. I think that there's so many girls out there, and even guys, I've gone through it too. You sit there and you want to make excuses for this person, and
You want
just
them to be so much more than they are, but the thing is you can't.
and you feel you can change them, and
You really
that's what
can't.
It's
Nany
kind
does.
of like how we said a few episodes back when you asked us all, like, if we were Heather. And it was like, and we had all said, yeah, we've been Heather in that situation, like wanting to change somebody and wanting to. So we've all
been
been
Nany
there.
too.
And yeah, we've all been kind of, but not to that extent. I don't think, hopefully, no one has dealt with that before.
Heard.
But I think also, like, it was one of those things, listening to him talk, you could tell, like, when he was on the phone with her, that he's never had a girl turn him down in his, like, entire life. He just
He's a
has
little
no
narcissist.
idea how to react to that. And, like,
Well,
I remember, and which was kind of, like, awesome to see. Like, okay, this is what it's like. It's going to happen again.
Okay, I think he's had girls turn him down before. I think with this situation, look at who he was with, first of all. Sorry, girl, if you're listening, but
Bitchy and crazy.
she was a little, she looked like Woody Woodpecker done chopped up some wood
Oh.
on a motherfucking tree. But anyways, but the point is, I think with Nany, it's like, wow, this girl is beautiful. Because really, like, a beautiful girl with a sensible head on her shoulders is not can see right through Adam.
Do you call that a sensible head?
Well, no.
No,
Oh, okay. I
I'm
was
just
like,
saying
wait a
a
second.
beautiful girl with a sensible. So you know what I mean. And here's Nany. She kind of goes for these bad guys, and Adam is this slouch who can get in there, and he found his prey, and he preyed upon her.
But the thing is, here, wait, sorry, can I cut you off for 2 seconds? I remember he was on the phone with that girl, Jordan, who he mentioned tonight that he, like, completely ended things with her.
He's a relationship popper. By the
Yeah,
way,
and
that's him.
he's one of the, and he was on the phone with her, and he was like, don't call me, I'll call you. If you want to text another guy, you have to email me and give me permission first. Like, he was so demanding.
So
And
controlling.
so controlling. And she was like, okay, I
Maybe
get it.
Maybe
So
he's just
used,
like Nany.
So he's used to having control over girls,
And-
I really think.
Oh, I definitely
Yeah.
believe that. But this was a situation where he found a girl who is drop dead beautiful. And I don't think he's been used to that. I think he's used to kind of talking to the same type of girls. And here's a girl who's different. She's pretty. She's bold. She
says no.
Yeah. And now she said
But
no.
she did
and he
it
doesn't know
before.
how. Well, no, before. But now
Yeah.
that she said no, it's
He
at the
doesn't
point.
know how.
It's at the reality of, wow, like, I'm really losing this, and I don't have the
getting shut
chance.
down
Alex,
on
what did you think of this whole situation?
Well, also, he was like, he's had so many other reasons in the past for girls to turn him down. Like, he's done, like, what I think is, like, horrible, like, ridiculous behavioral problems.
He's a winner.
So, like, him getting drunk, he probably, like, in the past hasn't dealt with that being the deciding factor.
Yeah, you said it right.
Right, and now, like, Nany, who, head on her shoulders or not, like, it's a whole other topic, like, she's actually taking, like, these, like, night-to-night behaviors and using it against him, and he's probably, like, even when she went to him after, and I'm jumping ahead a little, he's, like, sorry about my behavior. Like, yeah, right. That's the worst apology I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You're not sorry. He still doesn't think it's wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Or you just can't remember.
Well, even
Right, and he just can't remember, so that doesn't help at all.
well, even this episode, it's like, really, dude, you came back in. Well, okay, so not only this, but not that he can actually, not that he was, when he did leave, he could watch the episodes, but you would think there would be a little bit of growth in there. Like, you got kicked off of MTV, you had to go back home. There's no way people were treating you like a celeb. Yeah, they treat you like a celebrity, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like, nobody told you had a problem?
I think as long
It's not even about...
As long as people keep saying yes to him and he keeps getting what he wants out of it, he's never going to change until he's getting ready to.
Mm-hmm.
No, and he also full-on, like, sought out getting blacked out.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Oh, my God, that
the
music.
fact that it wasn't even, like, by accident, like, oh, damn, I made the same mistake again. He full-on was like, yeah, I'm getting blacked out. How drunk am I? I'm getting so drunk. Are you kidding?
I've been drinking since 10 in the morning.
People. I hate those people who walk around and are like, I'm so wasted right now. I'm so drunk. It's like, yeah, we can tell you're so wasted right now. And it's like, I'm so proud that I'm so wasted right now. It's like those people, they live their lives to get wasted every day.
And, you know, it's funny.
And
Through the goggles.
what I hated about it is when he called Dustin and was like, why won't she talk to me? I know she's there. And then Dustin was like, well, dude, you got pretty drunk last night. And then his response was, yeah, but I didn't break anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
At least,
Oh my God.
you've got to be freaking kidding me. And now, I don't know, have you guys been on, checked out his Twitter or Facebook account at all? I know, Mari, you have. Right?
Yeah, he has more followers
Than any
and
of them.
more Facebook fans than the rest of them.
And he has this whole, like, and this is why I think, you know, he's going to just go down this destructive path, is he's got his T-shirt line, and he's working with this liquor company, and
Oh, that is one place he does not need to be.
you know, and it's like, first of all, the T-shirts are crap, some basic tees that he's got going on there, and it's just like he's gonna have, you know, you see these girls on this page like, you're the hottest one, Adam, and just giving him all these props.
A bunch of girls with daddy issues.
I mean,
Well, he's hot until, he starts wrecking shit up and opens his mouth.
I really don't find him attractive at all.
I'll give him.
As long as he stands still and doesn't talk,
keeps his mouth
I
shut.
think he's
Yeah, I don't find him attractive in the slightest.
Well, I mean, these thousands of girls, I can even say thousands.
I could take him.
Hey.
I could.
Whoa,
Yeah, you
Phil.
can.
I really could.
Take them in what?
Fighting.
What? Oh, okay.
What? That's what guy... I'm sorry, newsflash. That's how... When a guy meets a guy, he always sizes him up of like, can I take this guy? I could take this guy.
I guess
Yeah, girls do that too. Totally normal.
totally different type of sizing up, Alex.
I always meet someone and I'm like, could I take her? I don't know. Could I?
Oh, I was going someplace dirty with that.
I was too.
Here's the thing with Adam. I think Adam, like, knowing that he's on the upcoming challenge, I feel as if he, like, is going to be a staple of MTV craziness for the next solid 5 years.
I mean,
wait.
if he's not put in a
I
hospital.
said this before. Is he not Spencer
Makes it
Pratt?
out,
He
huh?
is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such that
He's
bratty
Spencer
little.
Pratt in the making.
Absolutely.
100%.
Now, but he doesn't come from money, right? Also, actually, yeah, and then we mentioned this last week, I believe, but Adam has been trying to talk to Dina from the Jersey Shore.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was
Trying
Stop
to get
it right now.
apparently, and the producers were like, no, you can't get on the Jersey Shore.
Well, because the cast didn't want him there other than Dina.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
Right? Like, they already have enough hot messes with that situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Adam's just trying to get his way in with everything that he's got going on.
Fame
and-
whore.
Yeah.
He's trying to get
And
his
not even
I think,
fame.
like,
What about Stage 5 Clinger tonight? Like,
Let's
totally.
speak on it.
go ahead. Bring it up, please.
Oh my
Just
God.
open the
And
can.
I'm gonna call back in an hour, and you better pick up with an answer.
Like, are you going to come through the phone and beat somebody? What's the
Exactly.
situation going on here? I don't know. I was just kind of over it. I was like you said, Mari, I was very excited that this whole situation went down. I'm happy Nany. I'm kind of upset it took her this long to realize it, but I think it was the fact that she was dealing with such a serious issue at hand. You know, playing the games is just, meaningless at this point. She could find a better guy. She already lost a person in her life who she didn't know, and Adam wasn't there for her, and that's what this weekend should have been about.
I hope she continues to find herself in that this isn't just like a temporary fix on her personality. You know what I mean? As far as her battle with relying on guys, and
that's something like
now
this
coming. Well, not for this girl, but for some.
In general, Whoa. All right.
Wow.
We are in studio right now, and there is the X-rated version of The Real World on the television right now. And basically, it is like Nany and Adam in 50 years from now enjoying each other. But anyways.
Why don't we cover this after show?
This is called The Gigolo Show. It's on Showtime, which I absolutely want to cover that.
Absolutely.
Anyways.
Okay, then.
Back at the ranch.
Back to the real world. So, yeah, Nany has this whole issue with Adam going on, and I kind of think it's funny that Adam didn't acknowledge anybody else in the house. Other than Heather, who was telling him how drunk he was. And then he was all over Cook, and I kind of wish that situation blew up.
By the way, just like to Cook, I actually liked her in this episode.
I didn't even acknowledge.
Me too.
She was crying when she found out.
You like her when she's off camera? More?
No, she was crying, and she was crying when Nany found out, and she was there in the bed. And I think before, when we saw her, she would have flirted back with Adam.
She gets 0 genuine
but
points
she
out of me,
was
girl.
like, no, I don't want. She pushed him off.
I'm not buying it.
I did. When I saw her crying, I was kind of like, okay, you have feelings, you monster.
Yeah, exactly.
However, when she was in the club, think about this, though. She's also she made the comment that she kind of has to play to the other people in the house because she's the the outcast.
Yeah.
She's been outcasted by everybody, and it's like, well, yeah. I mean,
I think
girl,
she obviously
if she made out with Adam, that would have been the end. Bitch, don't even come to the reunion.
Okay. We will be waiting for you in the parking lots.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what went on with Nany, and then the other situation was that the investigator called to tell her that he found some news out about her father, who passed away in 2002, which was a year after she found the letters. Or a year before.
Which that was pretty crazy that it was so long ago. That's 8
without her knowing.
Yeah, without her knowing.
So that was the bad news, but the good news was that she had a little brother in Cuba and a half sister.
Wait, but didn't she? I thought she already had siblings, or was she an only child?
She's the only child.
Oh, really? Okay, I thought her mom and her sisters had hid it from her, or she had another.
Wait,
sister
does she? No.
Yeah, I think she had said I think she has an older sister or something. Because she was saying they tell me that I look so much like him.
Right.
So I think she has an older sister or something.
And she was excited because she found a younger sister.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, big shocker, MTV actually showed the reunion with her and the sister. I thought that was interesting.
Right away, too.
Right away. I thought they might go into next week with that, but they gave us the full.
Well, it's like what you said, the
brunch.
themed episode. They're not I think
the theme.
Yeah,
they do it by themes. It was the way they transitioned from and kept going back and forth between her and her sister and Mike and his mom, and it's family, the importance of telling someone you love them while they're still around, and it was I'm sure that reunion happened weeks later.
Oh, definitely.
And yet they edited it right along with Mike and his mom, and the whole thing with Mike's mom visiting happened to happen at the exact same time as Nany finding out where her dad was. It was just all
Dick
too
in
ridiculous
this, yes.
Well, another thing besides the themes is the whole leaving people out of episodes. We noticed that last week, I think it was. That they're just completely focusing on 2 people, and then no one else really matters. And it's just so frustrating because usually other seasons they make everyone as important every episode for the most part.
I don't know. I might have to disagree with you on that. I've definitely seen episodes before where it's focused on. Because if you think about it, it's 7 people. You can't fit in 7 storylines.
I feel it was a little drawn out today.
Today I do, but I feel as if it's not something that hasn't been done before.
No, yeah, like okay. Last week we had the issue. The main characters were Mike and Dustin.
I feel as
but everybody was involved with that fight.
Yeah.
Today it was literally like Nany and her situation, Mike and his situation.
Right, like I feel like the other characters, they were unnecessary at all to the whole episode, which is very odd. You want to see the dynamic between them. It was weird for me, at least.
Might just have been a transitional episode for next week with something crazy.
Yeah, true.
It's too late for me for a transitional episode.
Yeah.
Too late in the season.
Well, I think it's kind of, I don't think, maybe not transitional, probably like wrap-up episode. Like wrapping up.
Like a fill-in.
Pretty much 3 storylines. And then next week we'll have the crazy saying goodbye to each other, Dustin and Heather figuring it out. Like if they're going to do the LDR or whatever. So I think I understand why it was focused on
LDR. I was like, what the fuck is the
LDR, long distance relationship.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, so
oh my God, I love that.
Even the other
never heard that before.
The other situation we had was Mike and his mom, and what I wanted to see, just like you said, Alex, they brought Leroy in to meet his mom for a quick second. Now, Mike and Leroy have been so close. I wanted to see a little more of...
That is something I want to see more of.
That situation. He was just like, oh, your son's a good guy. And the end of story of...
I like how they've bonded over their
parent issues. Romance.
Yeah. I mean, like, I wanted them to sit next to each other at dinner. Like, I wanted this whole relationship to be filled out. I wanted him to meet the parents, the Falkers, and enjoy it.
I think, here's the thing. Would you have given up, like, them going to the Hoover Dam?
Absolutely. That was the biggest waste of however long that was.
What's the Hoover Dam doing on MTV?
But here's the thing. Like, what she was saying, it was like, and the motorcycle, that put the other characters in it. Without them, they would have been in it even less.
Yeah, well, they could have went to another club or walked the damn strip or something like that, because it was just the Hoover Dam.
Or they could have been, like, giving their... I mean, they did slightly do this, but they could be more involved in the situations already at hand, like the family situation, instead of just randomly placing them at the Hoover Dam. Okay, enough.
Yeah, like they did. I mean, they did have the girls, Hey,
let's all get shots at the Hoover Dam today. Who's with me?
I mean, they showed
and Dustin spitting over the edge. It was.
Oh please!
I don't
see now if he fell off the Hoover Dam, I would have been like, okay.
Oh, snap. We're watching next week.
I was ready for that, and I was ready for the show to take a turn for the worse.
Right, Mari, what were you gonna say?
I'll say I was surprised by the fact that that Dustin and Mike have had such issues, because seeing Mike and his mom tonight is very similar to how we've heard Dustin talk about his relationship with his mom, because she's like bipolar and has a lot of issues, and Mike's mom has a lot of issues, and they both have struggles. So I'm surprised that they didn't connect over that.
That's true. I think I did actually think there was going to be a moment, whether it was last episode or this episode, where they did kind of come together. But I don't know.
I feel like that'll be next episode, because we're going to see Dustin's going to have his shine again next week.
Can't wait.
I can wait with Dustin. I don't like, and then even the situation with Mike and his mother. I don't want to be that guy, but it was just kind of like I wanted to fast forward through those parts. Yeah, it was cute, and I'm glad they showed it. I think they showed a little too much of it, and
they could have covered that in about 2 minutes.
Like the slot machine thing was cool, and it was I was kind of awkward at dinner when she was like, "Can I have a drink?" Like, bitch, please, really,
okay.
Yeah,
really, girl, you gonna have another?
Can you have a drink, sweetie? Or can you go right back to rehab?
Right. We're bad. Let's stop that.
Yeah, that's too soon.
But I mean, it was just to the point of we're seeing. It was really a depressing episode.
Yeah.
Like the Nany, she's crying, and Mike and reuniting. And
here's the thing, also that I didn't that kind of turned me off, I will say it here. I'm an emotional person. I cry in everything.
Me too.
And I did not even, like, nearly shed a tear.
Well, because it was, like, fake emotional stuff.
Yeah, it was, like...
It was too dick in the soup. It was too fake. There's no way all this stuff happened at the same time, and whether it was editing or whatnot, I don't want to see it all at the same time. I want extreme drama. I want a bottle in the face, and then at the end of the episode, make up, find your mother, your father, whoever you need to find, and happy ending.
I definitely wanted...
And I also want reality, where life doesn't
the real
fit into
world.
perfect themes.
Yeah, exactly. And
speaking of reality, somebody wanted to get to the chapel tonight. Nany and
no, Adam.
Well, and Adam, please.
Adam, Adam.
That's where she kind of like I think snapped in the van when they were driving back. But we're so ADD right now. But it's all right. Let's just be ADHD right now.
Yay!
I think that's where she snapped because it was at the point where he was already drunk and then he's like trying to whipping money out.
No,
like
you
that
know,
irks
it
me.
was like I just
want to be your boyfriend.
That wasn't where I would say that was when she was going to the edge. When she snapped was when he tried to get back into the hard rock.
Well, that was okay.
I think that's when she was like, okay,
like,
this
enough.
is getting ridiculous. You know you're not supposed to be here. You know, like, you could get arrested.
She's like, no, but I've changed, I swear.
No, like...
And tried to get into the Hard Rock twice, directly after the security
guard
told him
no. You can't come up in here. He's like, no, let me in. No.
I mean, and this just shows the immaturity of him. Like, you really felt you were going to drive to a chapel. You literally told everybody you were about to black out, and then you're going to drive to a chapel and
break in
and marry. Break in, and there's going to be no priest there, and what are you just going to stand there?
I'm like, honey, get it together.
I don't know. I just couldn't. I cannot with these people.
Adam, I can't handle.
But back to Mike and his bio mom. I'd like the whole situation, and this is what I mean. Like, I wanted more from Mike and Leroy with this whole business. You know, Leroy, they kind of connected and talking about how, you know, both their mothers. Leroy's mom used to make him pee in medical bottles.
That is
her.
wild. That is so wild. Like, using your kid to pass your drug test, to front your drug test.
But see, like, that's the thing. That's not something I want to hear on this episode.
I mean, I guess you live, you learn, and then you get loves.
It makes me depressed.
Well, I can deal with that one, but what I couldn't deal with is, like, can you really picture Michael hosing down that woman, like, at the age of 12? Like, Mom, just stop! Like, that's really, like, wow, you went through, like, you hosed your mother down? Like, that's crazy.
Also, they were talking about it like it was so normal. Yeah. Like, one of them would be like, yeah, I had to pee in a cup, and the other one's like, oh my God, same.
Which
like,
is so sad.
No.
Me too.
Not everyone went through that.
And who were they?
Crazy.
Who was the girl they were walking with? And she's like, "Wow, that." She said,
Nany.
"She's like, that's really crazy. I never had to go."
Nany. But like the thing is,
she's like, "Yeah, my mom was like clean before I even like." What did she say about her mom being clean? Like as if everyone's parents are drug addicts. Like not to be judgmental, but
no, we've already discussed that they are.
Oh yeah, all their parents on
it's
the
a
show.
Prerequisite.
Like yeah, it was
crazy.
But, like, here's the thing: if I liked how they in this season, took a page out of Jersey Shore. I've said this before. Took a page out of Jersey Shore. Said we don't need the stereotypes. We just need 7 people who are really effed up. But if you see in the Jersey Shore, they still manage to fight. To every episode is filled with fighting. They never
and then
do
dinner on
this,
Sunday
like,
all together.
Yeah, they never do this like whole backstory type of stuff. It's very present. It's what's going on now. Like, and I think that's how it should be. It should stay within each other.
And the real world has done that in the past. Usually, if it's like a depressing thing like this, it's one character.
Yeah.
Going through that, and that's like the emotional
Irene.
tie through the whole.
But also the other thing is most shows where they do decide to do a backstory or something about their family, we've been hearing about it a lot more. Like every day, all you could think about is like, oh my God, her dad. Yeah, it's been a few episodes, but it's not like the show is about her finding her dad.
Yeah.
So the climax of him not being alive anymore, we weren't as connected to it.
Exactly. And like, I don't know about you, when I think of Nany, I don't think of her as the girl who's finding her dad. I think of her as the girl who's been really stupid with Adam. Like, that's her.
Like, her blowing off Adam was way more exciting than the dad thing, and that's weird.
Honestly, you guys tell me if you did the same thing. When the investigator called, I was like, oh yeah, she's looking for her father. Like, I was just excited to see the whole Adam situation and let that drama go down. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot this whole thing.
I was expecting something completely different when the investigator called, like, your dad doesn't want to see you.
Yeah, well, no, that
so
definitely
horrible.
took me on a whole nother level with that.
Another roller coaster.
But yeah, at the end, she met her sister, and la-di-da-di, they're going to
be BFFs.
Yeah, so.
For life.
Yay!
Who knows? If I don't even know.
I'm sure we'll find
the way
it
MTV is, I don't even know if that's really her sister and who they paid to.
If that is the situation, I really hope that.
Wait a minute. They're in Vegas, though. Where was the father buried?
Connecticut. It was weeks after.
Okay,
it was
weeks totally edited together. Okay.
It was weeks after.
All right. Well, anyways.
I really hope that her newfound siblings help her fill the void in her struggle.
I totally do too.
Yeah.
On a serious note.
No, I do like that she has grown and conceived, but
I hope
I
it
think
sticks.
I think I like that she's grown from her experience with Adam. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't.
Thank God.
Like, I like that her experience with Adam has made her grow, not as much as her experience with her father, because I'm more interested in her experience with Adam.
Right. I mean,
Me too.
And I think it has because, like I said a couple weeks ago, watching these after shows that they do online, she's very cold with Adam on them. She's really snippy with him.
And Adam was hitting on Dina.
Right, and Adam's hitting on Dina. What were you saying?
Probably because she just wants to cut him out of her life.
Yeah.
But their goodbye was so weird. Their goodbye, like, they kissed each other goodbye, and it was like...
She is a man-eater, boo.
Yeah,
chew him up, spit him out.
Admit this. Like, when you go through that with that type of a guy, like,
when
even at the
no,
end...
she should have...
Like, really? You brought the hoodie back? Have Leroy bring that back.
Yeah, no, she should have stormed out. Again. She should have never... If she had gone back to the... Which I didn't want her to go back to the hotel, but she did. I think she should have stormed him out. She should have never hugged him goodbye.
Or sit on the couch.
Kissed him. Yeah. No. Said, here you ass.
Here's your hoodie. It's in pieces.
Yeah.
I don't really agree because Dustin had said, if you're going to do it for yourself. And I think that was specifically what she wanted to do. Like, she did not want to be that girl, the dramatic storm out. I think she wanted to show him, like, listen, I'm mature. I'm going to hug you and kiss you goodbye, but then I'm leaving, and that's it.
That's true.
Yeah, but do you think that that's the end of their story? I don't.
I think it is. I do
too.
I think they're over. I think, here's the thing. I think he has like I said before, a long career of MTV craziness ahead of him, being a challenge, hooking up with girls on the challenge, like.
And we can't wait for more.
Well, we have another opinion here in the AfterBuzz studio. Kevin Undergaro has snuck his way into the studio.
Hello,
Hi.
Kevin.
Hello, everyone. I'm so sad that I have not been able to do this show. I as I've said to you before, Jesse, this is my favorite
Kevin
Real
is
World.
Big fan.
In 25 seasons, and God bless Leroy.
Yay!
My
He's
favorite
too.
character.
Yes.
And as I've said to you, Jesse, too, off air, Maria doing that reunion show with them and getting to know them that whole day, and they're pretty much all who you think they are.
Well,
wow.
So we're just discussing. I want to get your opinion on this. In tonight's episode, we saw Nany, and Adam came back, and she finally pushed him away.
Right.
Which we were like, finally.
Yeah, What is do you believe that she honestly has pushed him away for good? Do we think she's honestly done with those types of guys? And do you think it was stemmed from finding out that her father had passed?
Here, I think this is why I love this season the best, is because it was getting away from the pretentious artist, the sculptor, the name Sky. I mean, it was regular people like us, which is why I love Jersey Shore. At least they're regular people down at the Jersey Shore. That's what I love about those guys. They're so genuine. And these kids were the most, I feel, normal. I feel like they were like people we all know and knew. And that, which in the past, I have not seen that on Real World. And a lot of them, the people have just really annoyed me. They've been pretentious and snooty. And so that being said, what I also liked about this is that these kids all grew together. And you're seeing like the growth going on between all of them. And what episode number are you guys on right now?
This is 11. This is the one that was centered around her finding her dad and Mike with his mom, his relationship with his mom.
Right. Adam came back and was trying to get back with Nany.
And the thing that we had been discussing was like we didn't really connect with it.
Oh.
And
we thought it was a little too deep.
We thought it like I kind of like when I had said when I watch this show, I kind of want to have fun in the way that I do in the Jersey Shore.
Yes, God bless you. And God bless our friends at the Jersey Shore. Don't even get me going about and the recent battle that took place.
Yes.
I know it's not. I know.
Well, actually, I wanted to actually let you know that Mike and Ronnie have made up.
Of course they have. It's a crazy Italian family. Of course they will.
Yeah. Sitch, you okay? You okay? Sitch,
you okay? Yeah, you good? We straight? But let's get. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get back to your point, Em.
But no, I think like the way the Jersey Shore is, how you can have an episode of 7 people going crazy at each other. I feel as if you can focus on the present situation. You don't need all their backstories necessarily. Yes, it makes them human, but we don't need it to really drive an entire episode that makes us depressed.
I thought it was very heartfelt at times, but it was a little too soggy for me.
Like, because we saw the situation with Mike and his mother, and at the same time, Nany's dealing with her and her father, and then...
Would you guys have been happier if it was split up? Maybe
focus
on
just
a different
on...
episode. So one episode... it's all partying, but then Mike and the mom, and then another. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that. Remember, I had the luxury, you guys, of watching all these together.
Right.
Lucky duck.
Okay,
so one awesome movie.
Right. So for me, it wasn't. I didn't have that. Yeah. I get what you're saying. I like the idea that they grew together, and I think you'll see by next week the growth that takes place. The interesting thing is going to be the reunion. For you guys to see the reunion, and then obviously Maria will be back in, and I'll be back in with our thoughts and seeing how they're all affected after seeing the shows.
Yeah.
So what you're seeing now, is one thing, but remember they're watching this stuff fresh.
While we're watching
just
it,
like
for sure.
MTV would never trust these guys. It's not like a sitcom where they'd have pre-screeners and to see what the 12 episodes look like or whatever.
By the way, we learned from our Shameless edition that is not always true. When Ian Monaghan came in, he was like, "Oh,
today it's not because of production. They everything's done so fast, so last minute. There's no time to, it's turn and burn." So true, but these kids are seeing it live like you. So a lot of the confessional things they're seeing, and they're like, "Hey, what? Wait a second, Adam, you
felt
said
that.
I don't remember that."
Yeah, right. And so they're angry. So
it's all just starting.
So the way
sync.
it ends is not the way it will be now, and we'll learn more, and then we're going to find out how social media has played such a big role in how they all now feel about each other. Knowing that 5 seasons ago there was no social media to begin these or extend these rivalries or battles, or from they see something fresh when they're watching this episode and tweeting out like, "Damn, what the hell? I didn't know. Why did he say that? Why'd she say that?" But we'll learn about. I don't want it's a little bit of a tease, but I know, Jesse, you'll get it out of Maria and eventually me. but I'll say this: I think you'll see more next week. I just enjoyed the fact that Nany was like over him. I just loved seeing her.
We did enjoy that.
Is she over him? Is she over him
independence
permanently? I think. And is she over those kind of guys? I think not.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Too young. No, she's gonna.
I think
hopefully she'll need more time.
I mean, he is kind of a whole different level of bad boy. I think like him he's a bad boy and an idiot and like reckless and
a stalker.
I could see her with Ronnie. I could see her going for Ronnie.
Oh, wait.
And this is what I said about why I enjoyed this situation was because we see the Jersey Shore, and Sammy and Ronnie have been going back and forth with their little love romance over and over and over again. They're with each other. And it's the same thing with Adam and Nany. But what I'm happy with is finally a reality show
showed an arc.
Yes.
It's called the character arc. Yeah. They grew. And you'll see, I think you're going to see this across the board where everyone kind of is like, which, again, you never see in a reality show. You certainly don't see on the real world. They're also goddamn self-absorbed.
Yeah. But I also feel that's also why people will still continue to watch Adam because he didn't grow and MTV will still use him. And
listen,
we
look at
see
CT.
him grow.
Oh yeah.
I mean, by the way, CT, you guys and ask your dad. This guy is such a liability.
Absolutely.
And insurance, and he is a nightmare. And I know for a fact that a lot of times, recently they didn't bring CT back because, like, God, we just know
too many
we're
problems.
positively reinforcing this behavior and too many problems. But again, he's back.
But the
for
CTs
the rivals.
are a dime a dozen, you know?
Yeah.
You would think they are,
quality
but
television.
you would think they are. Well, here's why they're getting to be a dime a dozen, because everyone thinks that's the play.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is let me be a crazy person. Now, Adam is on this show the crazy person. You're going to see, you might see something. I don't know how they're going to edit together the reunion show.
Yeah.
You're going to see, I think you'll see something very different. I'm excited for you guys to tune in.
I'm so excited.
We were there live.
So
we'll talk about it afterwards.
Versions of it.
I have
Kevin,
a lot to say about that.
I'm
I
curious to know
cannot
something
wait.
now.
Oh, that's
Seeing
Alex.
that you
Alex, my
watched
boo!
it-
What's up, baby? Alex,
Is it
I didn't know you were there.
I'm here.
And you're all grown up
I'm
and
just
graduated
trying to
now?
be a patient
You're too
listener.
old for me. All right, move on.
Whoa.
What's up, Alex? Good.
Well, seeing as you watched this like a movie, which so jealous, by the way.
Yep.
Did you think that this episode was a peak, or did you get a little bored in this time period? Like, what did you think? Because I know you're seeing growth, but were you really, really intrigued by this episode?
I was, because I looked at Mike's mom, and from what we know, it seems like the mom gave him a rather loveless upbringing. And I could know, and sadly with my sordid past, knowing so many junkies, I could tell that she was a serious substance abuser. And again, I have no
you could tell she
no facts
wasn't
or basis
there.
on
She
it.
wasn't there.
No.
You could tell.
No.
She wasn't
And
there.
I thought there was a disconnect, and with him, and I feel like he went through the motions because he's a gentleman, and he's at the end of the day he's a sweet soul. We're seeing, I know, some other we're seeing some other negative qualities about him, but I think at the end of the day he's a nice kid, and seeing
There's good redeeming points for him.
yes.
after
Yeah,
the last
yeah.
and you
episode.
see, right.
You
And,
can really tell that his positivity makes her feel better and helps her through her recovery.
and as much as it can, because she's so disconnected, and I was actually impressed with her guy that she got. He didn't seem like normally what I would see.
Absolutely.
And so I felt I don't know, I felt more connected to him because of that than not anything. I don't know, I guess I'm in the minority on this one, maybe because I'm the veteran of our group.
Well, yeah, that's interesting, because we were all saying before how we were all slightly disappointed, how we didn't really feel a connection to the episode. But at the same time, I feel like people who might have had experience with people who had dealt with substance abuse issues, or not finding your father, like certain people might have actually felt a huge connection to the episode.
Poor
so
kid, you guys.
Really difficult.
I think him and Leroy are two. If we go by the way they were raised, I think they are two miracles. If what both of them say is true about how they were raised.
Leroy and Mike together.
Yeah. I think for Mike to have been raised in such a loveless environment by scumbags, from what it sounds like, with people with criminal past, and then to come out of it as like
Shooting
a
star.
college kid, like just you're kind of like regular college kid who is a hard worker and is
who's the only one who knows anything about the Hoover Dam.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, so that's a whole other story. His level of intelligence, you guys. It's just like I wish I could have a real clever analogy, but it's like he's basically like average, like a little above average intelligence, but in that house he's a rocket scientist.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's like the genius of the house because of that. So it's fun to watch.
in exchange for that, he has an immaturity. He doesn't have
100%.
the street smarts and the common sense.
Nope.
In the way that last episode he provoked Dustin
and Brady, and I think some
Yeah.
issues because he looks at the Dustins of the world, and I said this on one of your shows, Jess, a couple weeks ago. He looks at the Dustins of the world as it all comes easy. It all comes easy to Dustin. He's gorgeous. He's charismatic. People really love him, and that irks Mike because he's like, what about me? Why am I?
At the same time, we also made the connection where if Mike was to really look at the situation, we felt like Mike and Dustin should have kind of connected a little more with this episode. Yeah. Seeing Mike's mom is very similar to how Dustin described his relationship.
But too self-absorbed, both of them.
Yeah.
Too self-absorbed for that. And maybe, and you heard it here first, girls listen, especially you three girls listen to this. Unless you're, as my friend, our very dear friend Randall Malone would say, unless you're an entity, which Jesse, you are to a degree because of how you live. And I'd like to think Phil has somewhat of an old soul. But for the rest of us guys, we generally don't begin developing a conscience until we're 23. Just so you guys know that.
Oh,
and that's
perfect. By the way,
right on schedule.
I'm so sorry.
I might have to disagree with you and
what that
make
guys
it,
don't. Oh,
make
25?
it like a solid 25 to 27.
And Emmy.
Yeah, there it is.
When did I say
is.
begin? Begin to develop. I did not say develop.
That's
begin. And when I think of myself, if I could get in a time machine with a gun and shoot myself, I would. Not to put myself out of my misery, put others my, I don't know how to put it, but all the misery I inflicted on others. I'm just, and that's guys. And when I see everything I see, I'm so forgiving because they'll evolve out of us. Hopefully fame won't pervert their brains and stunt their growth. Let's hope it doesn't. But what I was saying is, back to my original point, is like Leroy also grew up in such a tough place. And where's, just so I don't want to do a spoiler, where's Leroy at? What's he just experienced?
Where is he right now?
He was confiding in Nany this
he didn't really talk. He was
the last couple of episodes. Where is he at story-wise?
He's still hitting up homegirl.
Okay,
Naomi.
what happened with him? Anything major back home?
Nothing
major had back in at home.
Do you
yet?
want to tell us something?
No, I don't.
So that'll probably be the final episode.
No, then it's happening. Didn't a friend, something happen with a friend
that
from home?
That was with Adam. The gunshot?
No, a friend from home, Leroy's friend from home, when he didn't...
with the shooting, and Adam was involved with the friend who was at a shooting, and Adam had to go to jail.
I missed a few episodes, so I don't know.
Mari, Alex, you guys remember anything with Leroy and
Leroy
that shooting?
didn't have a... No, it's not... I don't even know.
No,
Leroy and a friend from home.
Maybe they put it in the...
Oh, boy.
Maybe they put it in
Hey, go. Phil, cue up Rich, please.
We're finding out what's happening next week, right?
Let's go to a commercial break.
Please, I got to get out of here. I love you guys. Oh, wow. That's why you don't
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on.
All right, so Phil, why don't you take us into predictions? Because, I mean, that basically wrapped up the episode. It was very simple. Other than the fact that...
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
They tried to feed us that whole Naomi, I'm going to be Rambo this episode and ride a motorbike. Like, oh, girl.
Naomi's getting married.
Party. Well, that... Emily's getting down over here. Emily is partying like a rock star up in this bitch.
I did in Vegas this weekend.
She did, and saw Britney perform and Beyonce perform.
See, I had
Vegas does.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
By the way,
me and Mari,
check out some
Britney's
performances. Go online, check out some stuff from the Billboard Music Awards. You might see me.
Nice.
So,
oh my God! Can you give us? Wait, I'm so sorry, and I know we need to get to predictions.
Go ahead. This will be our.
Give us a little scoop on the Billboard Music Awards because I have two things. One, Beyonce's performing was amazing.
Yeah,
and Brittany, I love her. Jesse, I know you love her, and I hate to say this.
I love her too. Yeah, it was disappointing. Brittany, like, here's the thing. What I have to say, like, first of all, we got. Beyonce had 120 dancers. She looked phenomenal. I think the thing with Britney was seeing the crowd reaction. Nobody reacted, like with Beyonce a little bit, but nobody reacted the same way as when Britney came on the stage.
They went crazy.
There was a certain excitement. Everybody stood up both times with Nicki Minaj and with Rihanna. There was like a certain, when she was on that stage, it was like, okay, because I think everybody had accepted like
what she's doing,
what she's not what she used to be. So you're like, the fact that she's on that stage is enough for me. But Beyonce,
that's what was so disappointing. I think the reason why everyone was applauding so much was because she hasn't performed live on an award show like that in a long time, and everyone was excited, and then it was just kind of like, I hate to say this, but I feel like she's on so much like meds that she can't function.
Do you know what I think?
Anymore. I think like she can't dance.
I think it's a combination of just like all the
embarrassment
she did when before all the drugs, all the thing. I mean, I don't think it's a secret that she was probably on some shit. But anyways, I mean, I just loved I loved seeing her, and you know what? I loved the show because it was based on performances. It was fun. Vegas, crazy. Here's the thing that I will give to this cast to bring it back to the real world. All this stuff, them partying, them getting wasted. I will say, going out in any other city, probably besides Miami, it does. There's something about it. It does crazy things to you. Like, I've never seen people act like that, like at a club than I have in Vegas. Like, people go insane. Like, so I'm not gonna like give any credibility to Adam, but with all of them getting wasted completely all the time, I understand because it is Vegas.
Alexandra, why are you posting statuses on Facebook that have nothing to do with the real world?
I can't even listen to this. First of all, I do not. Sorry. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm getting really angry. I honestly do not appreciate. I don't think Adam is right at all. Like, honestly, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
no.
I'm big on going nuts when I go on vacation and especially Vegas and all that stuff. And you guys
I completely
when I'm
agree.
in LA, it's gonna be a big joke.
That's what I was saying. Sorry, go.
Alex,
honestly,
I'm getting you trashed when you come out here.
No. I mean, it's going to be, you're going to be, worried for my life. But anyway. But him in Vegas,
bad
I
combination.
don't care that you came for the weekend. I doubt that he's being, sober Sam at home.
Yeah, no, that's totally true. But what I was saying in general, all of them getting drunk at a club, I'm not going to say anything to justify Adam's behavior. I don't think anything does. But I will say, the amount they're partying.
I mean, they were screwing people every day and drinking.
Oh, yeah, they're all I completely
Mari Fagel nice right now.
What?
You're being so nice right now about Adam.
Oh, they're saying you're being so nice about Adam right now.
Wants to date you right now.
I'm not saying no. I'm
so
saying
understanding.
Everything.
What I need from
I can justify everybody else's. No, Adam's probably my least favorite real world character ever.
Love him. So, anyways, let's get into predictions, guys. Next week, what do we think we're gonna get?
People are
blue people.
People are being painted blue for some reason.
They have to be up at 5 a.m.
Naomi wants to get married. Who do you think she's gonna get married to?
Leroy.
Do we really think that they're gonna do that?
Oh, please, Leroy would never.
No,
allow that.
I think they'll get it annulled. She's not gonna She's actually not gonna seriously get married.
Pull a little Britney wedding.
Yeah, she'll pull some Britney
in that preview.
What?
She looks too sober walking down the aisle in that preview.
Except for her hair. That didn't look too sober.
I'm just worried next week we're going to get a Barbie and Ken, Dustin and Heather story. And I don't want it to be themed. I do not want it to be themed. I want the theme to be that they're leaving.
Well, there's
Don't do it,
You know
Dustin.
what? I want them to end well, though.
Oh,
Me too.
I think ending well for them would be parting and going their separate ways.
Yes.
I want the.
If it ends with one of them in the confessional room saying, well, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm going to shut it off right then and there.
It definitely will.
Concrete answer.
It definitely will. It'll be like, we're going to try, it's going to be hard, but I love him. I love her. We'll see.
Do we think there's going to be a fight?
Yes, we'll see where life leads us.
Yeah. No,
vomit.
here's what's going to happen, I think. They'll come back to this reunion, we don't know. 2 challenges ahead. They're going to come back together, 2 challenges later.
So Sammy and Ronnie
hate each other.
I can't wait to see these guys on challenges.
I can't.
I wish it wasn't the rival one. I wish it was something else so that they could bring 4 of them on.
Yeah.
It because I think it would just be
do you know who's going to be a solid challenge competitor?
Who?
Nany.
Yeah. Oh,
I think she's going to be awesome.
She's such a little Jen.
Well, actually, I want to say this, guys. I'm kind of excited. I've been going back and forth with Leroy's manager, and found out that we will be able to continue our real world obsession throughout the next month, and then even beyond that, because next week we have the final episode.
Mm-hmm.
The week after that, we have the reunion show.
Oh,
the week
snap.
after that, we have the shit they didn't show.
Yeah.
In which I think Alex will actually be able to be here in studio for that, if I'm correct.
My God, you're right.
Yeah,
Yay.
girl. And then after that, we have the rival challenge begins. Every week there's something. So they're pumping us with these people, and I'm just so excited for it. Last question before we head on out of here. Mike and Dustin, do we think they're going to make up, or do we think that that's going to carry into the reunion?
I don't think they care enough about each other and they're both too stubborn for either of them to reach out.
I agree. Mike straight up said a couple episodes ago, he's like, we are not friends, pal. I was getting to know you and I didn't like what I saw. We're not going to be buddies.
Some people and in that situation, it's like some people just aren't meant to be friends.
I really hope that Heather ends up with Mike. Just saying.
Yeah, but I really wonder how that goodbye is going to go between Dustin and Mike.
By the way, I think it'll be really short, man hug, pat on the back. Bye,
hug.
dude. See you later.
Or he'll just write a note.
Bus notes. Anybody know what I'm talking about? When I say bus notes? It's a camp thing. Sorry.
Okay. All right, guys. Well,
you know bus notes.
Might go way back.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. Next week, new time, new place. MTV Movie Awards next Thursday. Tune in at 2:10. West Coast.
Just tune in.
Just tune in all day.
We're gonna have the
6.
schedule. Who knows? The schedule honestly can change on the drop of a dime, but it's gonna be very exciting. We're gonna be at the MTV Movie Awards gift suite.
Yes, 12 to 6. Join us. Peace.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janedy, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.